What is going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. I just dropped my daughter off at daycare, about to head back to the crib. But before I do that, I wanted to hop on here real fast and talk about the Houston Rockets 137-115 loss to the New York Knicks last night. Like I expected, because the New York Knicks are a very, very good team, playoff-bound team. So I knew we were probably going to lay an egg against them. But a couple of thoughts on the game. First off, our perimeter defense continues to be a big issue. We seem to have a big problem of being able to contain guards who have the ability to manipulate pick and rolls, either by shooting the open shot if you go under the pick and roll, or if you show on the pick and roll, being able to split it for potential and one opportunities in the lane. I.e. Emmanuel Quickly, who plays for the New York Knicks, he had 40 last night because Jalen Brunson, their starting point guard, did not play, so he ended up getting the start, and he played absolutely fantastic against us. In addition, we have a really bad habit of really losing guys on defense when the ball shifts from the strong side to the weak side, from the weak side to the strong side. When defenses shift like that in the NBA, it's hard for guys to be able to really catch a rhythm and really get defensive stops, because all these guys needed a little bit of daylight to be able to shoot these shots. And Emmanuel Quickly ended up getting a lot of catch and shoot opportunities because New York Knicks were very, very adept at being able to move the ball from one end of the floor to the other end of the floor, therefore causing our defense to shift. And our defense already isn't necessarily very good. We really have a lot of bad habits of losing guys on defense, giving up backdoor cuts, things of that nature. So Emmanuel Quickly really killed us in that regard as well. But some things I saw on the Rocket side that I liked. I like the fact that Jabari Smith Jr. is starting to put the ball on the floor more. He's starting to make more out of that nail position, also on either wing. He's also, when he's catching the ball, he's not just automatically shooting. He's putting the ball on the floor, trying to finish at the rim. I think that's going to be something that he's probably going to want to focus on during his offseason training. That way, when he comes back next year, he'll be even stronger in his lower body and also his upper body to be able to use his length to get to the rim for potential and one opportunities and things of that nature. Also, KPJ, Kevin Porter Jr. has been very, very good. I would even say underrated. Off ball. He's a very good catch and shoot off ball scorer, as well as being able to facilitate the offense and pass the ball as well. And since he's come back, he's been pretty good. I think he's been playing some of the best basketball he's played since he's been with the Houston Rockets, which is going to be a very, very good thing moving forward in the next year. Obviously, Al P playing center for us, playing point center for us. He's going to make a lot of things happen when he's catching the ball off the high screen and roll in the middle of the floor, near the elbow area, near the nail area. It opens up a lot of backdoor cutting opportunities because he has the ability to score one-on-one pretty much against any big defender in the NBA. He scored a couple of times yesterday on Mitchell Robinson, who, he's a long, athletic defender for the New York Knicks, and I think he had some minor success against him in spurts. So that's something to look forward to. Also, guys like Kenyon Martin Jr., Atari Eason, these guys are, sort of individuals who have the ability to finish at the rim. They're great cutters, and they're willing and able defenders. So because of that, those are some of the things I saw last night from us that I think we can improve on. I put out a tweet yesterday before the game started about some of the things I wanted to see. And it wasn't necessarily about winning the game, right? At this point, we're at a flashpoint in the season where it's not necessarily about winning or losing, right? It's just about seeing incremental improvements, because I feel like we're going to get a top 3 pick in the draft. I believe we had an 86% chance to get the number 1 pick before last night's loss. That's probably gone up a little bit. We'll kind of see as the games continue to wind down here. But with that being said, I just feel like the Rockets, we've shown incremental improvements over the course of the year. But I feel like this offseason program that each player is going to go into is going to be very, very critical, not only for their individual development, but for the development of the Houston Rockets culture on the court and also off the court, right? Especially when we're talking about potentially bringing James Harden back if he wants to come back, right? A lot of wholesale changes are going to need to happen if he does agree to come back, because obviously he's not trying to come back to go into a season winning 25 to 30 games, right? He's trying to compete for championships. So a lot of changes are going to have to happen. So that keeps me optimistic about the state of the Rockets. It's been a long, hard season for us Rockets fans, and I think being able to see the glasses, half full as opposed to half empty is the first step in realizing that, we have a lot of young talent on this team, a lot of potential on this team, and we have to look at the positives, right? Because we've been looking at the negatives all year and nothing's really changed. So all we can do is try to improve day in and day out. And whether we end up getting blasted by 15 points or whether we end up getting blasted by 20, whether we end up winning the game, right? It's all about improvements for me at this point, personally. So those are my thoughts on the game last night. Those are my thoughts on the current state of the Rockets organization and the players. Hopefully all you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed.